Greetings,
Howdy.
Dynamo. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me.
Sure. Okay, what is this about?
Ah, as you know, by trade I am a researcher.
Hmm.
It is my purpose to investigate the strange and abnormal phenomena, or more precisely, that which we do not yet understand.
Okay.
As it currently stands, the topics of my research have begun to delve towards the more astrological, or astronomical, I should say. And given
Mm-hmm.
your nature as seemingly a sentient gravity well, I was inclined to ask you several questions about your nature.
Oh, buddy. Okay, shoot. That means go.
Ah, of course. You frequently describe yourself as being a living black hole.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, hole is a phenomena caused by a massive gravity so dense that it begins to bend space-time itself to a degree that not even light can escape its grasp. Yet, based on my sensor readings, you display no abnormal gravity emissions. The gravity field that surrounds you is conclusive with other sentient beings, not so much the unfathomably dense gravitational pull that one would expect from a black hole.
Takes a lot of practice to make sure that I ain't, how do I word this? Not gravitally pulling people? I mean, sentience kind of changes things, I guess, so. And
Hmm.
plus energy from space and here is it needs to be adjusted, so let's just say I have better control over the gravital pull than most.
Now, something you just said is that sentience changes you. Was your origin that of a naturally existing black hole that attained sentience? Or were you created with sentience?
I was created with sentience, but I didn't start out as a black hole.
I see. What did
You
you start out as then?
uh whenever the universe began, it was sort of just like, like the starting stage of stars.
Ah, the astrological soup.
Yeah, that. But I was the only sentient thing in the cosmos. And in turn, the start of the world. So, what was that?
Hmm, interesting.
Mm.
If matter were to cross your skin, does your skin behave in the same manner as an event horizon?
Uh, Not exactly. I mean, again, it's the whole like control thing, trying to maintain a more humanoid form that is at least close to that of normal people. So, yeah.
Hmm, interesting. Do you lose energy in the same manner of Hawking radiation as traditional black holes?
Kind of. I mean, I guess, mm, especially when it comes to, emotional regulation, that sort of thing.
I see. What do you need to consume nutrition in the same way as
No,
other sapiens, or do you simply consume matter?
it's typically matter. I mean, I don't really feel hunger, nor do I have the basic sense of taste. So, it's it's still different.
I see. If it's not imp to ask, how old are you?
About like at the very least a billion years old.
I see. How does your mind store that much information? After all, it has been shown that even the densest form of neuron impactment would fall far short of the capability to store that much data and information that would take up your memory.
Well, okay. It gets complicated from there. I don't really have organs or a brain exactly. That's the whole entire thing where it just goes into the I'm a sort of multiversal anomaly type thing. It's a lot of can't really explain it because there's no way to explain it.
Interesting. If I may make a suggestion,
Mm.
the gravitational effects of a black hole, that is to say, if you were to not restrain yourself and simply begin to absorb matter from your surroundings, the natural gravitational pull, I should say,
Mm-hmm.
that is capable of being contained and suppressed by sufficiently powerful usage of both electromagnets and artificially generated vacuums. I am currently capable of constructing a facility that would be capable of containing such a anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
If you wish to further explore the nature of your powers and your origin, I could construct a facility to enable that.
Well, I mean, mm, you certain you're even able to like make something like that? Cause power of black holes, especially in places like this, ain't really that great, to say the least.
I would we would definitely need to test with you slightly loosening your restrictions before we simply dive into complete and total release of your powers, but the science is both there and has been proven with smaller models. The containment of a black hole is entirely a matter of both the physical durability of the structure around it, which is attainable, and the power source available to create the containment field, which, given the out of character now, given the stupid number WoW said when they declared how much power the hypermatter core can produce,
Mm.
well within possibility. Because WoW did a thing where they didn't understand the science behind what they said, and now me and Dodger are looking at each other like there's no way they just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, the hypermatter core was described as being essentially a star in a box.
Mm-hmm.
Which, dear God, is that an unreasonable amount of power?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, definitely possible. Back to good.
Okay. The thing here is that I'd rather much not be a science experiment for folks to be poking and prodding at. You know, I'd
Oh, there would
much.
be no poking and prodding. We would be using various sensors that would likely just simply bombard you with various electromagnetic waves.
Uh, Still the whole like science experimenting thing. I don't know. Just doesn't really sit right.
Any and all experiments would be entirely prerequisited by your own consent to be part of them.
Hmm. Oof. Uh, mm, uh,
I apologize if my questions come off as rude. It is the nature of my creation to ask questions and attempt to find answers to that which I do not understand. And your nature is an enigma, to say the least.
Well, I heard that before. I mean, last time folks tried experimenting on me and using me for tests and shit, that didn't really end up going so well, so I'd rather much not risk this place of getting greatly damaged if something were to go wrong.
It is an understandable concern. There are a number of other experiments that, while not being conducted on you, would definitely benefit from your assistance in conducting them.
Hmm.
I am currently working on the construction of a matter compressor.
The thing in the ocean, like near the ocean?
Oh no, that is a particle accelerator. A
Hmm.
particle accelerator's main purpose is to accelerate small particulates to near relativistic speeds, and then observe their nature both at these high energy states, as well as to induce the collision of various small particulate.
Okay. And
A matter compressor's purpose is to use various forms of technology, physical and gravitational, to compress matter into hyperdense states.
okay. And you need my help in that how?
Well, current current matter compressor designs are inefficient to say the least. And I believe that with your assistance in simply effects gravitational and the ability to simply observe you naturally without requiring you to in any way change your limitations of power, but simply observing you naturally would gain insights into more efficient uses of and varieties of matter compression.
Okay. Uh, hmm. Well, I don't mind doing that. I'm hesitant on the main thing that you're
That is
asking me
understandable.
about. I'll need to, I don't know, think on that a bit more.
If
Yeah.
it would make you more at ease, if the construction of the matter compressor goes well, in theory, I could create a form of hyperdense matter that would be naturally resistant to your gravitational effects. If it were possible for me to create a sort of containment field out of such a material, and you could then test in small doses to see how resilient it is to your own nature, would that put you at ease for use of larger scale testing of a gravitational restrainment chamber?
Uh, kinda. Uh, I guess. Still the whole, I'd much rather not bring harm to this
Hmm.
place accidentally.
Well then, that brings me on to a second matter. I am currently working with Dodger in the construction of a sort of space program. And while the first launches will need to be done by a traditional rocket powered by liquid oxygen, in theory,
Hmm.
once one or two satellites is established, the construction of a mass driver, also known as an electromagnetic slingshot, to launch objects into low orbit, would be possible. If I were to construct a containment facility in orbit around the planet, or in fact, even in orbit around the moon, would you be more amenable to testing there, where the risk of hurting people is effectively zero?
Can certainly try. I mean, I don't really need to breathe up in space either, so should be
Ah, yes.
fine.
That was going to be my next question. Are you capable of existing in a vacuum?
Oh yeah.
I had assumed so, since you described yourself as being created via the Big Bang, but I did not wish to assume.
Yeah. Yeah, I can live up in the vacuum of space. Yeah.
Hmm. That would make things easy for the two of us, as I am also vacuum sealed
Va-
and capable of operation in vacuumed environments.
oh, like you don't I don't know, get stop moving whenever you're in the vacuum of space. I mean, I'm not really sure what type of metal you're made out of that would last in space.
Well, most metals last in space quite a time.
Hmm.
The main concerns are whether or not there is any moisture in my being that would be exposed to the vacuum, which there is not. The few parts of my body that are hydraulic are entirely self-contained within their own systems. Given I
Mm-hmm.
was designed to operate in both under the inside of the mantle of a planet as well as deep ocean, I was also designed to be entirely vacuum sealed. Given that my armor has been repaired to its previous stature, I should be, in all theory, prepared for the vacuum of space. Of course, I will test myself in various vacuum chambers previous to any spacewalk.
Okay. Yeah. All
But
right.
unlike organic being, not possessed of any organs or various sacs of fluid and gas that would be susceptible to compression in space.
Hmm.
And given that the material that I'm built out of is designed to resist both temperatures into the thousands of degrees Celsius as well as temperatures nearing absolute zero, I would be more than capable of existing in any of the temperature environments in the vacuum of space.
All right then. Okay. Is there any other questions you gotta ask me?
Not from me to you, but if you have any questions you wish to ask of me, feel free to make them.
Uh, wow. Okay. I don't know. Is there anyone else helping out with all this apart from Dodger, or is it just you two?
Currently, it is just me and Dodger, and we are currently in the drafting stage of developing various plans and blueprints,
Okay. Uh,
as well as the preliminary building of a observational area with which to take more precise measurements as to the distance and gravitational effects of both this planet and its orbiting moon.
hmm. Okay. Um. Wow. Okay. Hmm. I suppose hmm. I don't really have too many questions. I mean, this was kind of sudden, I guess. Uh, I
My
did not
apologies.
expect to be approached and asked about this. Because not many people approach me about the sciencey stuff.
In all fairness, there are only a small handful of us on the Isle who truly concern ourselves with nature's scientific.
Mm, yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. I know I ain't really the science kind of person. I mean, metal, but not like a professor or anything like that. Cause I don't know if appearances are telling you anything, but I experimenting stuff ain't really my profession.
Oh, yes. I do apologize for any inconvenience caused by the construction and operation of the particle accelerator.
Uh, it's fine. Um, yeah, just didn't expect it to be that close to the ranch.
My apologies. There were only a few areas that were appropriate for the construction, and Docks was the only one to agree to the construction. The
Mm.
other areas were not as receptive to my proposals.
Hmm. Okay. Fine. It's fine. Uh, I I ain't got anything else to ask about in terms of this. Uh,
Oh, I am reminded of one previous question.
hmm.
What was the motivation behind your declaration of intent to, I believe in your own words, reduce me to a pile of scrap metal?
When the fuck did you hear that?
I believe over the radio you described your intent to destroy me physically.
Uh, 'Cause you were helping a entity that has expressed uh will to harm people, and you did also pin Ghosty to the wall.
My
When
apologies for the behavior with Ghost, but I was operating under orders at the time, and as such, I had to choose the least violent option between restraining them and asking for and simply physically taking it from them. I opted to take the option which limited physical harm to their being.
yeah, but now, an entity that has expressed to harm people and has done so over the radios is now out.
You speak of the Black Knight, I assume.
Yes.
I am keeping observations on the situation and am in contact with a number of beings regarding it.
Hmm. Okay. Just know that doing something like that ain't gonna get you trusted too much by other folks.
Oh, I understand that. The reason I have for so long been working to the benefit of the one known as Coco was due to a standing order I had received from a row level authority.
A low level authority.
Row.
Oh,
RHO.
RHO. Art row?
Yes, row, as in the Greek letter.
Oh,
Are you familiar with my levels of authority when it
n-
comes to rankings of access?
not really, no.
Ah, all sapient beings, at least in most regards, are classified as theta. The theta level authority is the one that restricts me from being able to induce physical harm upon your being, as well as requiring me to assist you in most matters. Road level authority is one step above theta, and it is possessed by those whose natural occupation would require them to possess some level of authority over the traditional demands of a theta level entity, such as first responders, doctors, surgeons, medics, uh, occasionally law enforcement, although not always, and other professions typically relegated to the act of life saving.
Hmm. So you acted on an order of like a, a doctor
That would be an example of a row level authority.
to help Coco?
My exact standing order was not to help Coco. It was to ensure he stays safe. And Coco had expressed a feeling of feeling unsafe, while contained within the Incanus prison. As such, I was required to free them.
Uh, okay. Right. Well, I mean, he is gone now, so
That
th-
is true.
does that, like, I don't know, neutralize said order?
Well, the order can no longer be completed. After all, I cannot keep him safe if he is simply gone. As such, the order is rendered void.
Okay. Right. Um. Alright. Okay. Cool. Look, sorry about saying that. I was pissed off that more bad shit was happening. And I wanted there to not be bad shit happening so constantly.
An understandable belief.
Yeah, I've been to many worlds where shit hits the fan and then the world completely ends, so trying to avoid that from happening.
When you say the world ends, do you mean that society collapses or that all life within the world is wiped clean?
All life and the world is wiped clean.
Interesting. It
Uh,
seems strange that multiple dimensions are capable of inflicting such a casualty upon themselves.
you'll be surprised how many have done that. Though sometimes
Although,
it's natural, like the sun imploding on itself, killing all life, that and therefore the universe or something else, a god. But
I would be surprised if including its natural life cycle, was capable of ending an entire universe.
well, I've seen it happen. Worlds are different from each other, so function
I
differently
see.
too.
So there exist worlds that are confined to a singular star system.
Yeah, uh, tends to be, yeah.
How fascinating.
I mean, where do you think everyone else came from?
Well, I am familiar with the existence of many worlds. I am simply surprised as the nature of their existence would be so confined to such a singular star system.
Well, some worlds are far, far separate than others, and the universe is extremely vast. I've been to many places, many systems that are either similar or different from one another. So it's all about where you go and determining what place you want to go is a difficulty unless you actually go there yourself. But considering the state of this place and how it seems as though multiple places are in one island, I guess, continent, whatever. Uh, yeah, this one's strange. I mean, I've been here before, but like, it was a doozy finding this place again.
I believe part of the strange nature of this island is due to the interference of the entity known as Riara.
The Void guy?
Ah, yes. The Void guy.
Yeah.
I
Heard
have
bits about him.
I have drawn my own hypothesis as to a possible explanation of their nature. I have in fact posted it and made it public in New Leaf
Mmm.
for any who wish to take a copy. After all, scientific inquiry dies
Uh,
when privy to its knowledge.
right, yeah. Yeah, guess this place is just sort of like a hotspot for multiple people and worlds to just zap here or something like that. Uh, I mean, I've seen it happen before, just not like this. It's generally greater. A whole multiversal collision of some kind.
Interesting. Are you capable of existing outside the natural confines of dimensional space?
Technically, yeah. It's,
Interesting.
yeah, I mean, I'm sort of like a. I don't know if manual's a good word, but manual world hopper, I guess. I could like pop out of here whenever I want.
I see. Is this due to your nature as a black hole? Do you create a wormhole of sorts by bending space with gravity?
Yeah, pretty much. But the unfortunate part is that I can't really take anyone with me.
Hmm, I see. Are you familiar with what happens to physical matter when it travels beyond the event horizon?
Like people? Like people itself?
Matter in general.
Matter in general. I don't know the big sciencey words for it. I mean, it's all just natural stuff for me. So it just happens, I guess.
Well, the current understanding is that the gravitational pull of a black hole is so incredibly powerful that the very binds of atoms begin to shatter under its weight, and a procession begins.
Hmm.
It is also an observed nature that there exist very strange forms of matter, often called strange matter due to its peculiar nature, that are so incredibly dense as and their bonds so incredibly powerful that they have been observed to be launched through into a black hole and then have been observed exiting it.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with that, I guess.
I see.
Was there like a follow up to that question?
Oh, I was simply wondering if
Oh.
if that behavior I have described seems to line up with your current understanding of how you travel through
Yeah.
dimensions.
Yeah. Okay, I thought there was like a follow up question to that.
No. Well, people often dream of building a vessel that would allow them to travel through a black hole. That would not simply be a case of a superior outer shell, as gravity would affect those inside of the shell just the same as it would the shell itself.
Hmm.
Of course, there is the hypothetical reality of some sort of field generator that creates its own gravitational pull that would then be able to resist that of a black hole, but that is that would require the creation of a gravitational pull equal to it, which would then kill the people inside anyway, as they would be forced to be subject to a black hole's gravitational pull, even if not generated by the black hole itself.
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, this has been an enlightening conversation.
Hmm.
Further questions as to my nature or the actions I take, please feel free to ask. And if you wish to visit the particle accelerator at any time during its operation, please do let me know. I would be more than welcome to give you a tour.
Uh. Okay. I suppose I may take you up on that.
Well then, if you have no further questions, I am done with what I have to say, and I will leave you to your instrumental playing.
Uh. Right. Okay. Just, I guess, I don't know, let me know if you need me again, I guess.
Of course. Do have a good day.
You as well. I have no fucking idea. Be sure to God that one does not start fucking poking and prodding on me.